Ahum, and thank you and welcome to today's video. Um, I wanted to talk to you about because so many people have been asking me for recipes on for spiritual baths, showers for their home, as well as for themselves, for work, for protection, especially for cleansings. And I have, different ways and different recipes that I can give you. Um, but it's not so much the recipe as how you prepare them, the care and the responsibility that you need to have to do it. Now you're going to need a little soup bowl because I'm going to give you enough for 2 baths or 1 bath at a time. And you need to prepare these. Again, this is part of your spiritual responsibility. This is something that shows you yourself and your spiritual guides that you are really being responsible and you're being serious about your craft and how to and that you are um, working hard to get to where you need to get to. Okay. Now, of course, you're going to ask for all their help, but there are several herbs that you're going to use for several things. And I'm going to explain to you which ones are for protection and cleansing, for peace in your home at work, to bring in money at home, work as well. But the one that I've been asked for the most is to remove negative entities and negative energy. And that is so, there's so many people. I think that has been like 70% of the request. Now, as a practicing shaman, I do want to go over several things that, this is going to go to my second book, is Tools of the Trade. I want to talk to you guys about listening to your guides. Do you need a 7-day ritual bath or cleansing in your house or work, or do you need a 3-day? It's either 7 or 3 or whatever, however many days you feel that you're being guided to do. It's very important to listen. So meditate before you start anything. Now, it's very, very, very important. I always talk to you guys about cleanliness is next to godliness, and you know that this is very true. The area that you're going to work in, out of respect for these plants giving you a piece of themselves in order for you to do the things that you need to do with their magical essence. You need to respect them by working in a very clean environment. Yes, that means no mess where it is that you're working. You need a clean surface. Okay? You do it when you prepare your own food. You should be the same. It can't be any different when you prepare a spiritual bath. It is out of respect that you need to give these entities that are helping you, but not the entities, the guides that are helping you, and the actual plant life that is giving a piece of themselves in order to help you. Okay? The other thing that you need to do is you need to start growing your own stuff. And you need to grow it because that is part of your responsibility. Plant them, take care of them. It took me a long time before I stopped killing them because you're not used to it. You're used to the rush of going to work and you forget to water them, you forget to talk to them, you forget to Reiki them, you forget to put music and thanking them for growing so beautiful. You forget that. And of course, they perish. And you're going to have to work at this and become very responsible for your spiritual garden. And if you don't have space, then on your kitchen windowsill or somewhere, get them from Home Depot or Lowe's or Walmart. Get them already little potted plants. You're always going to pick from the top. Okay, shoots about this big. All right, with their the stem and with the leaves as well. Now you must ask for permission. They will always give you permission. but you must ask for permission. And when you do, you need to thank them. You cannot use tools. The only time, if you have a little rosemary bush and you keep them small, then the stem is not going to be so hard, and you can actually use the edge of your nail to cut through. You'll be able to cut through the stem and pull it, okay? But if you can't do that because maybe the stem is a little too big, you can actually grab the stem, take out the leaves, but then it's going to stay hurt. I want you to get water and just put it where you cut off these stems, okay? And I want you to thank them for sacrificing a piece of themselves and their magical essence in order for you to get where you need to get to. So now that we've gotten that taken care of, there's one thing that you're going to do. You're going to sit down with your bowl and with all these beautiful herbs. You're going to go through them, take off the old leaves or whatever doesn't look good. You can use, if it looks fine for you to cook with, then go ahead and use it for cooking. But you want the best for your spiritual baths. Now you're just going to make enough for one bath at a time. So tomorrow you're going to do another batch. Okay? These spiritual baths last 48 hours and they take 24 hours to make. You're going to get a little soup bowl that's, about this wide. I mean, not wide, deep. And you're going to put as much of your fresh herbs that you cut with your hands and you thanked and you watered the area that you cut off. You're going to put as much, so as when you put the liquids in, okay, you push down, you put the liquids in, you're going to have about yay much water and not so much outside the rim. You need to leave some space in the rim, okay? You're going to put them all in there, and then you're going to put your liquids. Your liquids are going to consist of holy water, Florida water, a little bit of Himalayan salt, and there's these little square blue dye. I need to find the name for that because I don't remember what they are. But it's a little blue square. You get them at the Botanicas, and all you have to do is just scrape a little bit, and your water will turn blue. There's something magical about that, and you want to use that every time you do one of your cleansings. If you cannot find it, that's okay. You are going to put that in your bowl, your plants in your bowl. You're going to thank your plants. You're going to bring in all your guides, all your angels, your guardian angel, and I want you to bring in your ancestors, and they are all going to be surrounding you while you're putting this together. Now there's no cooking involved. All you're going to do is put these plants, a good amount, onto your bowl, and then you're going to add holy water, then your Florida water, a pinch of the Himalayan salt, all right, and perhaps even a little more water so you can make this bath water for yourself, this cleansing bath water for yourself, or you can either use it for yourself, or if you make this in a big batch, you have enough to put in your cleaning bucket, and you can clean your house with that water from back to front. And we always clean the house from the back of the house to the front of the house. Whatever you have left over in your bucket from that you're picking up and wringing, I use the old system, the mop that I wring by hand. Go out to the front door, throw it out, don't look back. Throw it out, don't look back. Close your door, and you're done with it. All right. Let me give you. You can wash your floors. You can use this for spiritual baths. You can clean your altars. You can clean your altar tools. You can clean spaces, and you can use these in spiritual rituals. All right. I want you, now you add your liquids, right? when you add your liquids, you're going to live this much. I want you to get a space from the rim of the soup bowl. I want you to get, you know, the saucers where you put your cups? Make sure that it's smaller than the opening of the soup bowl. So then it fits in and you're able to just press in just enough to press the oils and the leaves and the shoots from your herbs that you're using. So then you're going to wait 24 hours for all that to infuse and into your water that you're going to use. But it doesn't stop there. Now you need to infuse it with good energy. Remember, everything is energy. So you want, now that you've gathered everyone around you, oh my goodness, guess what's going to happen? Now you're going to infuse them in your, infuse these energies in your protective bath and your protective bath. So now what you're going to do is you have your bowl, you have your herbs, you have your liquids, you have this saucer that's sitting on top. Make sure that's on top of the water, okay? You're going to get a little white candle. Put the little white candle on it, turn it on, and thank everyone that had a hand, including Gaia, so that they can infuse their good energy into that water for the task at hand. All right, then you're going to leave it alone for 24 hours. Okay, in 24 hours, you're going to take everything off. Make sure that the candle, you turn it off before you go to bed. Do not leave any candles on. Make sure that there are no pets that can get to that, or no children that can get to any of that. And also make sure that you are not allergic to any of all the plants and the Florida water and all the liquids that are there. If you are allergic to any of them, let me know, and we will find alternatives. Okay, and your guides are going to give you alternatives anyway, because there's sometimes you're not going to be able to find one herb, but they're going to say, okay, well, why don't you use this? And you're going to listen. All right. Okay. So you're going to take off and these tools you're going to use. This is just for what this is for. Do not use these cups and these saucers and these bowls for anything else. The moment you use these are the ones you're going to use forever and ever. Amen. This is the tools that you need for your spiritual baths, either for you or for anybody that you're going to make it for. This is just for the spiritual baths. Okay? All right. You're not going to use it for anything else. Promise me. All right. So this is what's going to happen. You're going to use the holy water, and if you want to learn how to use holy water or make holy water, go to my YouTube channel. Look for Moira's Light. You're going to see it there. Your Florida water, if you don't want to buy it or you don't have the money to buy it, there's millions of ways of doing your own Florida water. There's recipes all over YouTube that you can use. Okay? The little blue dye squares, I owe you that, but I think some of you already know what that is. And if I am not, it's like a blue color, a blue square, and you'll see them in Botanicas. My mom was the one that showed me all this, taught me all this. Okay, so what we can do at this point is take off the candle, take off the little saucer that's, creating weight. I want you to strain it. You can get rid of the plants left, or if you want to use them for anything else. I usually use it for composting, but remember, this has already got alcohols and other uh, things that are not good for the soil. So maybe you want to dry it and you can use it as incense. You can certainly do that. You can dry it, and once they're thoroughly dried, you can add some aniseeds or cinnamon, and you can actually crush one of the, if you have cones, incense cones, crush one up, throw it on top, make sure everything is dry, and you can actually use it as an incense outside of your home, and it works very well. The idea is to use every single part, or you can just throw it away if you're not going to use it anymore. But strain it very well, and wash everything very well, dry everything, and put it in your ritual. Find a little spot in your kitchen where your ritual stuff is going to go. All right. Again, this is part of the responsibility that you have to have. All right. Let's talk about now these recipes that I'm going to give you. You can either put them in a little spray bottle. You can use them to take a shower with, a bath, a spiritual bath. You can actually bring them and clean your home with it. And some of these, depending on the recipe, if they're good enough to drink, they're good enough for your body as well, right? And vice versa. Okay? If they're not to drink, you can definitely use it to cleanse your home, or put it in a spray bottle and spray everything around. For protection and cleansing, fresh rosemary, lavender, lemongrass, and sage. Again, you add holy water, Florida water, Himalayan salt, and some kind of blue coloring. And again, I have to find those little squares. Maybe I can buy them and you can buy them for me, or I'll show you where to get them in Amazon. For peace in your home, you need to get either thornless white rose petals or mums. You can get little mums, flowers. You're going to get peppermint. You're going to get lavender and rosemary. You all know you need to use your hands, no tools. You need to thank your plants. Everything that I talked to you about in the front, in the first part. To bring money to your business, into your home, cinnamon, ginger, basil, spearmint, lemongrass. Oh my God, I would add a little bit of honey and in it goes as well. To remove negative entities or energy. All right. We go to so many places. We speak to so many people. We are constantly getting attachments. They don't last long. But one of your biggest responsibilities is making sure that you have a 15-mile perimeter. Maximum 15-mile perimeter around your home, where you can actually, you get your map, get the Google map, and find 4 squares, and just drop your essence. Someone's out in the car spraying. Every 5 minutes you spray, and you say a nice, beautiful, I know it's far-fetched and hard to do, but you can do this because I did it. And what happens is, for the longest time, I'll give you an example. For the longest time, since I moved here, my daughter has always been looking outside. I have a lake in the back. And my daughter would always look and always look, but she wouldn't speak. It wasn't until she was in her, getting close to, no, I think she was 17, is when we learned that she was speaking with angels. She can speak with angels. And I asked her one day, well, why is it that you're so intent looking outside? She goes, well, don't you see them? And my heart skipped a beat. I'm like, oh my God, who is it? Because, you as spiritualists, you're going to worry about the live person, right? Because the dead one can't do anything. And you're looking out there, and I'm going, oh, because I can see the dead. And she's like, yeah, don't you see them? Why are they just standing there? Because they can't come in. They're not allowed. This is a totally neutral place, and nothing can come in, and nothing good can come out. So it's all here. And I'll show you in another video how you can do this perfect perimeter cleansing. But any one of these you can actually use to remove negative entities from your home, from yourself. Anything that gets stuck on you if you don't have the perimeters in your home or even at work, you can do that too. And you can put spray bottles, you can put them in your buckets to clean and clean the whole house. Now, this is the thing. You're going to make one batch, depending on how big or small, a day. So if you're going to have 3 days, which I usually recommend Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I'll tell you why you want to do it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You want to do your cleansing for yourself. You want it to be fresh. This actual recipes, these recipes for this particular job last 48 hours. Like the actual concoction that you're making, it's only good for 48 hours. So if you're going to have 3 days, I'm going to make one today, I'm going to make one tomorrow, and I'm going to make one tomorrow. So on Thursday, I'm going to do Fridays. On Fridays, I'm going to do Saturdays. And Saturdays, I'm going to do on Sunday. Done deal. Okay? I like mine fresh. Done. On 24 hours, that's it. I'm hitting that bathtub. Okay? So then, of course, you're going to go into your bathtub. You're going to take a shower. You're going to get yourself nice and squeaky clean. You're going to get your bowl. You're going to raise it up. You're going to give it your best prayer and your thank. And then you're going to just throw it from your head all the way down to your feet. Do not dry yourself with anything except the natural air. This is what separates us from a lot of other rituals. As a shaman, I will tell you, there are no towels when we do rituals. We don't wipe it off. It stays with us. As you can see, my beautiful hair, it is all over the place, but dang it, it smells good. Florida water and all. So you're going to do this until Sunday. Sunday, it's okay. Sunday, you do your last bath. And then on Monday morning, you take a shower, pick up your hair or fix your hair and blow dry it, and you're back to normal. But you did what you needed to do. All right? And these baths are just for that. Same thing with whatever is left over. Put it in your little spray bottle. Again, it's going to work for 48 hours. Spray everything. Do a spiritual fumigation. Yes, you can do a spiritual fumigation. You can go inside your house and you can spray. Okay, leave the front door open. Let whatever it is that's in there get out. It needs to get out, people. You need to give it a way to get out. And then you're going to go outside and spray the perimeter of your home, including any area that you're going to be able, where your kids are going to play and stuff. Number one, your pets cannot have access to any of this. Your children cannot have access to any of this. And you need to know for a fact that if you're allergic to any one of these ingredients, don't use it. Find an alternative. And you can always find an alternative, because there is spiritual abundance from our earth. Okay? So I hope that this video on how to prepare a spiritual bath gives you the information and the tools that you need to get yourself where you need to be. And these recipes are going to help you. All right. Removing negative entities, you're going to use rue, thyme, sage, fennel, basil, and instead of using the only the Florida water and the holy water, you're you're gonna add alcohol, and this is when you do not drink. This is definitely something you do not drink. It's gonna have alcohol and Florida water and holy water. So none of these are for you to drink. They are only for you to drink if you do not add Florida water. Okay, and you need to add Florida water in order for you to be able to drink it. So these are not for that. Okay, so I hope this video helps you and brings you to a place where you feel comfortable making these. There are some that you can make that do not have um, Florida water and alcohol and all that weird stuff that you cannot ingest, but you can definitely use water instead. Okay, and then infuse it overnight, and then the next day you have a beautiful tea that you can drink and you can clean up from the inside out. Okay, all right. Well, thank you very much for joining me. If you have any questions, you can certainly uh, email me or send me a message. Okay, all right. So, ahoo, have a beautiful and pleasant weekend.